Strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 14. Brady. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Here's Cunningham from the gun. This complete to Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Cunningham to throw. He's got a man. It's Chad Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. LaVon Kirkland, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Cunningham. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Cunningham. Again, it's Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run here with Bo. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's DiNucci to throw. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now DiNucci. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Throwing is DiNucci. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. DiNucci. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw is DiNucci. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Brady. It's brought in by Harris. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Emerson Walls. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll start here with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. Shrugs the tent. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ben DiNucci, 14 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Harris to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. On play action, it's Brady. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool 65 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The final shot before half for Brady. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now they'll throw with Brady. That's swung out wide to Harris. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vernon Davis, 44 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Powers through, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 3 yards remain for second down. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They run on first down with Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. On the carry, it's Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. DiNucci. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Brady. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Back to throw, Brady. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big... Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A first carry for Najee Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. They go play action with Burrow. He sets to fire deep. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Both sides were holding their breath there in that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And Burrow going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get...
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes left side. Bring it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and then decent field position and throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Flushed out right. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Higbee, 27 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Burrow will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Williams now on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Burrow's throw complete there to Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's 30 yards now on the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. Touchdown, Saints! LaDainian Tomlinson from 13 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? the back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now it's Burrow. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Higbee with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. Anderson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Williams. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here's Harris to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Davante Adams. 69 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Williams to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On first down, Harris. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The Hall of Famer's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So give them 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Being chased out left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Burrow on first down. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air again, Burrow. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Higbee secures it over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back.